Hey y'all, it's Connor from Bigfoot Anonymous. I'm also the co-host of Horror Talk. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we talk about scary monsters and movies. Check it out. I'm here to read my first chapter out of Big Brother Bigfoot Initiation. The missing link between man and our Creator may be closer than we could ever imagine. Reports from all over the world dating back to the beginning of time, man has never been alone. My name is Connor the Countryman, and I believe our connection in the forest can provide us the answers to the questions of the skies. There's a pyramid on our dollar and a giant on the 2000 New Hampshire quarter. The truth's tide stays determined by leaking through. People have been vanishing from national parks and other dense areas by the hundreds, so when venturing out in the wilderness, please take caution. And beware of the one born feet first, with the eyebrows that meet. Signs of Sasquatch come in many forms. Chances are we have all walked right past a Bigfoot structure while hiking in the woods. Tree knocks, rock smacks, and ground stomps are just a few ways the creatures communicate through the environment. They verbalize using whoops, hoots, groans, growls, and moans. They have their own language that consists of indigenous words and tongue clicks, often referred to as samurai chatter. Their vocal range exceeds the limits of any human being. If you happen to stumble across arches, tree breaks, rock stacks, balanced logs, and teepee structures, there is a good chance that the wild man is near. Check the dirt for long lines, perfect circles, and other ground glyphs. These humanoid creatures are mentioned in the Bible, Quran, and many ancient texts. In the Indian Ramayana, from 400 to 700 BC, there is mention of an advanced race of monkey species named Vanara. Vana meaning forest and Nara meaning man. The prophecy states they shared hot purified water called Shilajit with humans. The magical liquid helped the humans develop physically, mentally, and most importantly, spiritually. The tincture is good for the pineal gland and directly hydrates the soul. There are many statues and temples in India of these deities, and they are still worshipped to this day. In the Bible, Esau is an Edomite and is covered in a thick coat of reddish-brown hair. He preferred sleeping outside and hunting venison. Cain is the son of Adam and Eve and was known as the Marked One. But most interesting is the Nephilim from the book of Enoch. The sons of God came to earth and impregnated the daughters of earth, creating titans, demigods, and fallen ones. The watchers watched and waited for a window of opportunity. We forgot them, and they have snuck back into our sanctuary. The good book describes the era of days when giants roamed the surface, dragons soared the skies, and leviathans patrolled the deep blue seas. The fallen angels were determined to spread evil through the world, but God emptied the heavens and it rained down from the firmament, flooding our realm, turning the behemoths to stone. Mud fossils surround us today. Take a second look at that mountain. It used to be alive. People know me as the Bigfoot guy. I grew up fishing, hunting, and urban exploring. I was obsessed with horror movies and unsolved mysteries. I chase waterfalls and cryptids. I bike, kayak, and rock climb where I can. I was in Geology Society and the Outdoor Adventure Club in high school. I wrote for the school newspaper and did a lot of freelance. I played Quidditch and made films at Bowling Green. I stage managed a punk rock musical and umpire and referee sports. But my main passion is expanding my knowledge on the mysteries and cryptids across the planet. I lived out in my car across the United States and met many interesting people. I slept under bridges, at marinas, 24-hour grocery stores, and dead-end roads. While couch surfing, you meet the people you need. When you follow your destined path, all your needs are met in abundance. Hobo is short for homebody. I was a hobo, and I still am. Hitting rock bottom isn't always a bad thing. The darkest nights are usually followed by the brightest days. Through Bigfoot Anonymous, I have narrated over 500 Sasquatch encounters and interviewed countless people about their cryptid experience. I have spoken to people that have fed Harry, been touched by the creature, and others who camped at Bluff Creek. We have covered troglodytes, fairies, Indian mounds, werewolves, spelunking, war stories, police chases, and of course, Natman. But my best stories were off record until now. This is a collection of experiences, journals, and encounters that I have been putting together since before the millennium. I was covering fire-breathing dragons in the 4th grade. The same year, United 93 flew right over my school. But articles of the wild man encounters and giant bone excavations go back to the beginning of news and press. The hunt for the German wild man, Lovelock giants, and of course David vs. Goliath. Native tribes all around the plain have stories and lore that surround these beings. The Yaren, the Yeti, and the Yowie are being spotted to this day. I've been in the same building as Yao Ming, Sean Bradley, and Shaquille O'Neal. They all have the giant gene, and their presence is felt when you are nearby. There is an old Irish tale about a farmer named Connor who lost his 2 cows. He searched for them all day, and he found shelter in the night. The door was answered by a tall old woman, and they were expecting him. 3 men surrounded him and transformed into wolves. They surrounded him and licked their chops. Connor started swinging his walking stick erratically, and the eldest wolf yelled at him to stop. The elder made the crazies disperse. The wolf asked if he remembered a young wolf with a thorn through his side. Connor remembered. It nursed it back to health. That pup was the eldest wolf. He offered him a safe place for the night and promised he would not be bothered. He woke up the next morning on a hay bale in his own yard. He was confused, but that was the best sleep he had ever gotten. His cows were still gone, but 3 new ones were in his pasture. The eldest wolf was there and herded them. They grew to be the greatest cows in the land, while Connor became rich and successful. My homeland's proverb goes, lessons are won by a good deed done. All beasts aren't monsters. There is an artwork of religious figures with wolves, hieroglyphs of men the size of giraffes, and elephants the size of pyramids. Where did those giants run off to? There are plenty of tales of vampires and wild men in my homeland. The fountain of youth is real, and the sun is much smaller than they say. Heaven is a real physical place, but so is hell. The military, National Park Service, and police have encounters dating back to opening day. Pilots, truckers, and loggers are well aware of their existence. There have been blood, hair, urine, fecal, and saliva samples. The hair follicles have transparent characteristics. This allows the creatures to camouflage themselves with their surroundings. Many tracks have unique dermal ridges. Their skeleton is very flexible, similar to a bug. They are double jointed and sometimes crawl like spiders. They are true apex predators. They sense UV rays and can sense meditation, psychedelics, and even disability. Check out Troll Hunter for an inside look. Troglodytes can mimic animals, machines, and even loved ones with their powerful diaphragm and vocal cords. The Sierra Sounds and Ohio Howls both have voice waves that human vocal capacities can't physically reach. These creatures aren't humans that have become primitive. They are the true ancient species of man, the true natives to Earth. The Sumerian tablets may be more accurate than recently accredited. Infrasound, sonar locating, and telepathic senses are natural to their brain abilities. If human air, water, and food were not poison, I truly believe we would have some degree of their sixth sense. These apex predators take advantage of night vision and occupy the endless subterranean chambers of Earth. They thrive near mountains and volcanoes, but could be anywhere that deer and rabbit live. The existence of Sasquatch is still widely debated today, even though there is a mountain of evidence and a list of witnesses that could stretch from pole to pole. The elusive beast is still an unsolved mystery to the mainstream media and science. The obvious cover-up just fuels the fire more. There is a divine energy around these creatures, and I believe they are our closest bridge to our Creator, so let's cross it. People deserve to know what's out there so we can properly protect our family. There is a chance we can learn from them and maybe achieve peace in future generations. Look at the story of the Grinch. The quest for Sasquatch is very close to my heart and soul. The abominable snowman and Harry were a big part of my childhood. My family members have had encounters, and others refuse to even discuss the topic. I always like to dig where I wasn't supposed to. The creature's existence is obvious. I'm more interested to see if they were angels or demons. Let's cross that bridge when there are no cars. This journey started targeting Bigfoot, but has led me down a path of werewolves, swamp things, and many other beings that walk this earth among us. And that is the introductory chapter from Big Brother Bigfoot. There's a lot of cool pictures and fun stories in this. I hope you guys enjoy it. Check it out on Amazon.